I have no idea what to expect from the Real Recovery event. There's going to be other men. There's going to be of probably all different levels of fly fishing. There's going to be people with different experiences and probably different types and levels of cancer. So how that all comes together is kind of the exciting part of this process, because I don't know what's going to happen and what kind of stories we're going to see. Basically what Real Recovery is, if you just did sort of the simple definition, is like it's an organization that takes men who have experienced cancer on 3-day fly fishing excursions and teaches them how to fly fish. But in addition to that, it facilitates group discussions on men's experience with cancer and going through cancer, and their struggles and their trials, and what they've learned from cancer and how it's changed them going forward. That's what it does, and it ends up doing much more than you expect.
When they get to these retreats and they have the opportunity to speak with other fellas who are in the throes of cancer therapy or what have you, it opens up dialogue that they never thought that they could ever experience at a level that they never thought they could get to. It's a weird deal, man, that these guys just allow themselves to be vulnerable with other guys. It's an amazing circumstance.
In the beginning, I wasn't really looking forward to the conversations. I knew I had to say a little bit about my story, but maybe this is just sort of a man thing. You're not comfortable, like, well, this is me and this is where I struggle in front of a bunch of, and essentially, strangers. But as somebody sort of breaks the ice, you start getting connected with the guys, and the more that you sort of loosen up and just start being real about it.
Being there and seeing men open up to one another, strangers, open up to one another about some of their challenges, some of their struggles, their successes. It was incredible to see the sharing that took place in that room. The sharing, the caring, it was pretty outstanding, quite emotional.
Yeah, I expected, obviously, to go fly fish some waters that I'd never been before and experience some great fishing. But part of the greater part of that experience was meeting other guys and just hearing their stories, and hearing how cancer has sort of changed them and their perspective on life and what was really important.
No matter how bad a day you had or what's been going on in your life, when you get in the stream and you put that fly on your line, it's just a situation where you just think that's all you're thinking about.
It's healing. It's a chance to just be outdoors, watching the water and waiting for a fish and experiencing that anticipation. And then when you hook a fish, it's that feel in your wrist and the way the fish takes off and watching it jump and strategize how to land it. You couldn't possibly think of anything else. It's such a good escape. Almost everybody says, wow, when I was out there, I didn't think about cancer one time. I was just out there and so focused on what my buddy was saying, or so focused on watching a bug on the water, watching a fish, that I didn't think about life other than that moment right there. And it's such a therapeutic and healing experience.
It just opens up your eyes to, hey, life is pretty damn good at times, There is a tomorrow. There is things that we can still do. There's life to live.
They share their stories, which makes me, as the facilitator, check, how can I incorporate what that man said into my life? So I far and away go away from these retreats nourished by their commentary.
It's remarkable how these guys, within a couple of days, a lot of them have the weight of the world lifted off their shoulders.
can tell you how fun some roller coaster is, but unless you actually get on the roller coaster, I can't really explain the emotions or the feelings. I can only just tell you about it. And that's the same with a real recovery retreat. You can't really know it until you experience it.